First off, I really wanted to, start with a drum roll for all of you who are here. And it takes a lot of efforts, lot of hard work, lot of passion, lot of dedication, lot of skills, and a lot of everything to do what you're doing today, and to continue and to evolve further in this digital era. ये घोड़ा रुकने वाला नहीं है. So we all have to, try to consciously learn, keep learning, reskilling, upskilling, and uh, so great job, everyone. So before I go to the next slide, actually, here's what I would like you all to do. I think you should all be comfortable doing that. Just raise your right hand. Just bring it back to your back, and give yourself all a pat because you all deserve it. I mean, a lot of times we do a lot of good work in life, but we are not really recognized, appreciated for it. So it is very important for all of us to self-motivate ourselves. So that's what I was trying to do. And the second point that I always feel is very, very important is when you go home today, hug everyone in your family, because without them, you would not be able to, comfortably doing what you're doing. So I can say that, with a lot of pride that I'm coming from Hyderabad, so I caught a flight 6:20 a.m. flight, and for me, like the good wife my wife is, 3:30 बजे उठ के मैम sandwich बना के, like at least you have some sandwich and tea before you go. So that is what helps us to continue to go on in life and to keep on doing things like these and the regular work that we are doing. So do show your gratitude to your family members. That is very, very important. And on that same note, I'm really thankful to Dr. R.L. Bhatia and the whole team. Zahid has been a dear friend of mine for quite a few years now. So thanks a lot to the World Marketing team for having me here. And to all of you once again, a big round of applause. So on a very quick note, I am trying to give back to the society. So I currently am heading Signity Technologies, global content and social media marketing. But on that same note, I'm also trying to, do some things in the sense of like Niti Aayog, Mentor of Change. I recently gave a few, speeches and all. I visited innovators and edupreneurs at multiple, colleges and institutes at Hyderabad. So I try to keep doing, motivating the kids. So my focus is, more of MSMEs and startups and, those people who really need our support in creation of content. So I know I can't be an angel investor where I am today, but maybe 5 years down the line, I would love to be to, invest in somebody's, startup and motivate them further. But right now, I try to motivate them, guide them in terms of, how to communicate better, how to create better content, how to promote your content on the social media in a better way. So that is my area. So, to be honest, in one way, I did not want to get into this. Looking at all of you, I was feeling like thoda sa technical, boring type ka ho jayega, but I'll just run through it and then we'll talk a bit more. So the role of digital content is one area about this topic. Second is, in the area of sustainable innovation. So sustenance, ESG is becoming a huge, huge word in the whole, industry right now. And I would urge you all strongly to start reading and researching as much as you can, because this is going to take the world by storm. Everybody is talking about it. And yeah, for MSMEs is what is my passion. So definitely, don't shoot me. I know all of you are content creators. I know all of you, a lot of you might be even better content creators that I am, but I am also still learning. So I'm not going to talk about what is digital content and what you need to do about it. So Rocky Balboa, I don't know how many of you love it. I think Vishal would love him. So for me, he's a guy who epitomizes sustenance. He grew out of a lot of hardships, troubles, battles, ups, downs, and so definitely sustenance is our capacity to endure and grow So हाइक नहीं मिली, प्रमोशन नहीं हुआ, प्रोजेक्ट सडनली आ गया, बट वी डिड नॉट गेट द यू नो कंटेंट अराउंड इट. तो प्रोजेक्ट कैसे कंप्लीट होगा? हे वी नीड दिस वाइट पेपर, व्हेन डू यू नीड इट? टुमारो? uh, Guys, you need to give us time, we need to breathe, we need to research, and then we can create the content. So how we have evolved, I mean, maybe I could have used a picture of a cockroach, because that is even a stronger species than maybe Rocky Balboa, but it might have creeped a few of you ladies out here, so I chose Rocky Balboa. And I don't know how many of you have seen this movie. For me, this movie was a very interesting, thought on how somebody can, think creatively, innovate, and do things on the side, and then still, chase her dreams, and do what they really wanted to do. So I mean, it may be like innovation. We all know like what it is, like doing things in a different way to find a different, better result, grow more traffic, get more leads. That is all our bread and butter, right? So, but then just a little bit on sustainable innovation, right? So, intentional होना चाहिए. The changes need to be intentional. ये नहीं कि fluke में कुछ, okay, some thought came and like let's do it. No, you have to plan for it. If you really want to do something, if you want to evolve, if you want to do something better, you have to think about it. The problem is we have so much work on our plate, and in fact right now I can definitely say सबके पास एक plate नहीं होगी. We would have multiple plates of work that we all have on our tables. So कौन सी plate का काम कब करना है, that is what depends. So it has to be aligned to our company's products, services, everything else that we are doing. So whether it is our own company, whether the company we are working for, the company we are representing. Long-term social and environmental benefits. Zero emission, we are heading towards it. Plants, trees, सबकी वाट लगी हुई है, if I can say that. We need to create an earth that is sustainable. So we need to do things, in a way that somehow reduces carbon emissions. I mean, I'll give you one very small example maybe. Uh, every email that we send leaves a carbon imprint, right? If I look at my inbox, every day I see at least 15 emails wherein somebody is thanking someone else and all the others are in the loop. Why? You want to thank somebody? Go hug that person, handshake karo, say thank you. Why send another email and 15 emails? So, if we start thinking at those levels deep down, we'll realize that we can, do a lot more things to stop these carbon emissions. अभी अब फ्लाइट से आया मैं हैदराबाद से यहाँ पे, अब वापस जाके हैदराबाद आई रियली थिंक दैट आई वांट टू प्लांट सम अ कपल ऑफ प्लांट्स, ताकि थोड़ा कार्बन एमिशन जो करके आया मैं वो थोड़ा सा कम कर सकूँ. सो economic profits for the firm, whether it is running your own organization, whether you're responsible for generating leads, definitely it's all up to you. And yeah, so I'll give you an example. The very recently university that I was talking about. So almost 108 students had come from all over India. They were showcasing their own ideas and innovations and all. And one of them was what they are doing is they are using the waste of sugar cane and creating plates out of them. They are like one-time use plates, but then those plates can be, even if you like throw them or just put them in the waste, they'll be again decomposed in the next 30 to 60 days, unlike our regular plastic plates. So that's towards sustainability. That's a great thought towards sustainability. You're using waste, you're still not creating more waste out of it, and so I'm not sure if we'll can we run the video once, or you know what, I'll let the video be because it is about MSMEs. Maybe you can take a look. I can share the link. That's okay, don't play, because I think we started a little late, so I'll just make up for that. So it basically talks about uh, how we can support the MSMEs, what the MSMEs are doing for us. We don't realize the people who are actually doing a lot of things for us. They might not be, huge businessmen. They might not be, having palaces, but what they're doing for the society is something very useful for us, and we must try to help them. Uh, so for those who were, not aware of it, so these are like, the general breakup of micro, small, and medium enterprises. The investment limits 1 crore, 10 crore, and 50 crore, and the turnover limit is 550 and 250 crore. So this is the bracket in which the MSMEs, fall under. So I don't know how many of you are running your own businesses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, amazing, too good. So where do you fall under right now? Micro. Most of, I mean, that would be a, general understanding. Okay, maybe in micro, but then it is good, right? You're still better than a lot of us, including me, who have not yet started on our own. Because I think unless we start working, creating our own industries, our own legacies, the kind of life we want to live, and unless we are lucky and get a, really good break in some organization, uh, we may not be able to live a life that we want to. Abhi 5 crore hai, so what is the plan for 250 crore? Banega, definitely banega. So some of the challenges the MSMEs face, and maybe you might also align to it. Resources come hai, they don't get resources. Resources किस तरह के हो सकते हैं? Resources might not just be in terms of the raw material. It might also be in terms of, say, for example, if I want to start a company that creates content, I can't get good content writers. There was a time when I kind of almost interviewed 60 writers, and then I found one writer for my team. So it takes time and efforts, to identify and, create the team that you need. Technology and knowledge, definitely, unless we keep learning, reading, discussing further. Like today morning, I was just talking to my newfound friends from Hyderabad. Uh, you know, I saw a lot of you people. You were all, happily talking, smiling, but you were not waving highs to other people on other tables. So reach out, create your, improve your network, expand your network. Who knows, you might find somebody who can help you with something that you're looking for. So difficulty in reaching customers and promoting products. That is where, like, maybe social media comes in really handy, right? Competition from larger companies. Definitely, there is always that challenge. I'll create a product that is fantastic, but thode din mein, a bigger company, a bigger shark, bigger whale will come and try to eat me up. So why? And sustainability challenges, need for innovation. So so it is like a rat race we all are in. We keep doing. We all have become executioners. We have become perfectionists in doing things. We are not spending time in thinking what more we can do, what we really need to do. What am I doing? Is that really something that I really want to do? What is the purpose of my life? Have you identified your niche area? So when we start thinking, right, I'm talking maybe in terms of more ichigo ichi and ikigai mode, but that is what is very important for us. So we have to think. We have to, not just for the company and the company, but for us to grow as a person, right? So when it comes to digital content for MSMEs, definitely, like, the visibility will increase. You will get a, bigger traffic coming to your websites, and all that will happen. Customer engagement will improve. See, these are all bullet points. I mean, anything you can always read it. Access to a wider range of tools, increase collaboration and knowledge sharing, multiple opportunities, multiple benefits that we can provide to the smaller, organizations or cottage industries if we can guide them, right? So most of them actually, most of them do not realize the value of becoming visible on social media. Most of them do not have any presence on social media. So today morning I was coming on the plane and I was talking to a guy from Hyderabad. He's running a business in clothes and all that. I was talking to him like, what is your plans? How are you making it more visible? So he has his shop in Hyderabad and all. He is happy where he is. He doesn't even want to grow. So first thing is that led me to think that okay, so there is another category also. Like, what if somebody is already happy with what they have? They don't really want to take more headache in life कि अरे और deadlines हैं और projects हैं. बोला सर इतना ही manage हो जाता है. मैंने कहा okay ठीक है, it's okay. So a few examples. Crowdfunding platforms are there for product development. We all are aware, like there are a lot of such tools online available that you can reach out to and create different modules, and then finally plug it together and make it successful. Virtual and augmented reality we talked about initially also, and you know online marketplaces for sustainable products again. So a lot of these products that these small scale businessmen are creating, actually they are still caring for, if I can use the overhyped mother earth. हम लोग शायद नहीं सोच रहे हैं इतना. They still care. They want to do something to save trees, to a lot of things. So we need to give them a platform that they can showcase their services. Campaigns, right? I mean, okay, they might not be able to pay, but if you know somebody, if you believe that somebody is doing a good job, just promote them on your LinkedIn page. It will help them, it will give them some visibility. Best practices, naturally you all are very well aware of the first point. You all need to have the digital content strategy. हम लोग calendars बना बना के पक गए हैं. किसी कैलेंडर का रत्ती भर भी फ़ायदा नहीं होता है. मतलब घंटों वेस्ट हो गए हैं हमारे एफर्ट्स के. लेकिन हाँ, ये ब्लॉग लिखना है, या वाइट पेपर लिखना है, ये करना है. अरे नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च हो रहा है, ख़त्म, एक और कैलेंडर बनाते हैं. डजेंट वर्क एक्चुअली. Invest in quality content creation and distribution, definitely. Collaborate, that's what I was saying, right? यहाँ पे किसी की expertise किसी area में होगी. I mean, like my friend here was talking that he has a very interesting expertise in horse and commentary on horses. That's such a very interesting area. Like you would never, I would never do it maybe. So अच्छा है. Felt nice talking about it. And utilize data and analytics. That is something that a lot of us, I mean, I'm sure like a lot of you would be aware. मेरा थोड़ा सा weak point है. Data and analytics में थोड़ा सा fail करता हूँ कहीं पे. But unless we track, where we are succeeding, what kind of audience is connecting with us, what time should we do that social post. If you have to connect to your US audiences, you have to publish your social post at 5:30 a.m. or 7 p.m. Otherwise, it will not work. If you have to reach out to the UK audience, it has to be somewhere in the afternoon. India audience के लिए सुबह दोपहर शाम कभी भी चलता है. So just be aware of. So definitely, I mean, I like so totally believe if somebody is running a business, if they are not visible online, they cannot succeed. They don't exist. Marshall Goldsmith has said it very correctly that what got you here won't get you there. So for all of you who have come here today, heartiest congratulations once again. But now when you go home today, think where you want to go. You have to set a very specific goal, whether it is like saying, okay, I want to earn 250 crores by next 5 years, but say it, write it down, and then plan for it. Not a content calendar, but a more, practical calendar, and then follow it, right? And definitely, I think all of you are creating. I would need to follow all of you on LinkedIn now. Creating content, definitely it will help. And one thing that has really helped me over this last 1 year, if I can just say quickly, I'll try to, I'm almost there. Uh, let us say, since so I was always a voracious reader as a kid. All those Amar Chitra Kathas, Reader's Digest, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drews, Famous Fives. All of us would have, we have all grown up with those. You know, but then I switched over to the Dale Carnegie's and Napoleon Hills of the world, and that took me on a different tangent altogether. But last, if I leave the last 1 year, I realized that I want to read so much. I keep on buying books, buying books. I have like a fairly decent library at home, but I would have read only one fourth of them. हाँ ये पढ़ूंगा ये पढ़ूंगा ये पढ़ूंगा. Not I want to do it, want to. कब पढ़ूं? I'm not getting time. Not done. I tried for almost 1.5 years. Nothing doing. Finally, I said नहीं होगा. The only way to do it is start reading. सबके पास 24 घंटे होते हैं. आइंस्टाइन पास भी 24 घंटे थे. So just take that book or pick up an audible or some audio format of the books while you're walking. Read. So why I'm emphasizing on reading is because reading is critical. So if you guys are not reading, you are making a mistake. So please either hear or read, but please do read. And I can say that in the last 1 year I have read almost 50 books. So I think I was happy about that. I am authoring a book specifically for MSMEs, wherein I'm like I'm talking about my story, but I'm also trying to help them like what they can do. And hopefully in the next 3-4 months it should be out. And yeah, that's me in a strange pose. So, but yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Thank you.